Alright, guys, we are back. I'm here with my sister Becca, and we're going to go ahead and let Miss Becca show us the gameplay modes and explain everything that she wants to explain.
Okay, so we took you last time through just a basic battle. What he did was in a solo adventure, which means you're playing solely against the computer. However, unless you're running through a adventure, there's very little that you can do there unless you just want to practice. This is a new one. As far as solo adventures, this is the first time, actually it's the second time that they've allowed something free. Most of these you have to pay for the adventures. Most of them are expired and the cards are wild, but I'll get to wild cards in a minute.
Okay.
The two basic that you have that you can play solo mode that actually grant you something are Kobolds and Catacombs,
Okay.
which is the newest expansion pack. Kobolds and Catacombs is a dungeon run for all you D&D players. It's very similar. You have a, definitely. You have a boss that you fight each one and they increase health. Now, Kobolds and Catacombs differs from most of them and from most things that you'll play because they change your health. Depending, you start with like 15 health and the boss has 10 and then it goes up. And you never get the same run.
I'm just now realizing the wordplay with that. It's like reverse Dungeons and Dragons. The dungeons is the second word and dragons is the first word, and it's changed from dragons to kobolds and from dungeons to
Catacombs.
I did not even it didn't even compute in my head.
If you hit it, it actually starts what's called a. It has little funny things. With this one, it starts a dungeon run. So literally Dungeons and Dragons. The other one, this was the first time it was ever done, and for those of you that play World of Warcraft, and please forgive my saying because I can never get it right, the Lich King?
Arthas.
The Lich King was a big, big expansion for World of Warcraft. When Hearthstone started, when Hearthstone started to do this, it was a hard thing to do because Hearthstone is a very light and funny game. So how do you take one of the most serious arcs and make it like nice and funny? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up just because I find it hilarious. Unfortunately, you are nowhere near ready to face this.
Oh, great! So we're gonna have fun with that one.
Eventually, I will get his cards built up enough that he can take it, or we'll pull one of mine. Even I've not been able to defeat it, and I have quite a few cards that are awesome. So,
go to choose.
Yeah, I always forget that.
It's okay. I always forget that Michael's the cause of everything. So.
Alright, so the way that these are played is, of course, you've got the prologue. When you play it, you can play it through with each character, so there are a lot. Glenn would particularly like beating this if he can get all the way to the top, simply because the reward for finally beating the Lich King is a special overlay for the Paladin.
So it's an Arthas skin?
Mm-hmm.
It's him with his hammer and all that?
Yes, and it moves and is glowy and pretty and shiny.
Nice. It's like me.
Sometimes. Alright, anyway.
Are you saying that I'm only glowy and pretty some of the times?
Well, I've seen you angry a couple of times, and that's not fun. You're kind of like our mom, the sweetest thing ever, but don't make her angry.
For real? I didn't know I ever, no joke, I never really noticed when I get angry.
I will annihilate you.
So, you will want to beat this just because this guy gets so annoying with all of his taunts and threats. And I will tell you, he is so unfair when it comes to playing.
He sounds like fun.
Yeah, the first time you beat him, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
So you want to beat him? You want to beat him real quick, or you want to?
I don't know if I could with your decks.
All right. So you want to explain the rest of the stuff and then go on to our match.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So those are your adventures. If you've been playing for a while, have decent cards, go for it. Watch out for Professor Putricide. I literally took me 2 weeks to beat him, and
I heard he was a deal.
I probably cussed more than I should have. Alright, now the very basic mode in this is the play mode. This is where you have two different things. You have just a regular standard match, which are casual, which is you just want to play against an online player. And then you have your ranked matches. Ranked matches you want to play at least. I always start off the month playing these to get them out of the way, because when you get to level 20, so in other words, you have to beat two people, fill up the stars per rank.
Okay.
So you have to beat 10 people. When you
Okay.
get to level 20, the next month you get a chest that has that previous month's card back, which is the only time you can get that card back. And, you know, other stuff like crafting dust, gold, which can be used to pay for either decks or the arena. Cough, cough. I rarely spend gold on just a deck.
So
because
you have to beat 10 people?
Yes.
Okay.
And it can take you a little while. It can take you not a little while. It depends on who you're matched with. They do put you with the same rank, but it can be just the same as me not having logged in for a month and suddenly logging in and playing someone like Glenn, and it's very uneven.
I got you. So, I mean, you could get anyone, because it's not like ranked where you keep your rank into the next month.
Correct. Now, even if when you get it, once you hit 20, the difference between level 20 to 25, you cannot lose stars, which means if you beat somebody, you're good. You automatically get to keep that star.
But after 20, you can't, like, let's say you get to 19, you can go back to 20?
Yes, you can start losing stars and regress,
Okay.
which is what makes it hard. However, the higher you go in ranked matches, the better the rewards at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month.
I heard that retired StarCraft players go to Heartstone because it's less on their hands. They don't hurt themselves from playing because, you know, the RTS stuff. And it's also a fun game.
I absolutely loved it. Actually, I like it more than World of Warcraft.
Huh.
And it's a lot less expensive. You can pay for cards and stuff. But that is a big thing, is the rank. Now, solo adventures we went through. One thing I forgot to mention, if you play through Kobolds and Catacombs, for the first couple of times you get packs of cards for it. And you get, when I had the Ice Crown, you saw that chest that was frozen. That actually has cards in it too, which builds your decks. The arena is another really big thing. If you've never played, it'll give you a free run, so I'm not going to press that because I don't want to cancel you out of that. Okay. The arena, you're given the choice between 3 heroes, and then you build the deck right there. You don't use your cards. They give you a choice of 3 cards.
Oh, so this is a straight up skill based thing. Like, you build the deck based off of your knowledge of the game, and then you try to win with it.
Correct.
Okay.
You have 3 chances. Or essentially it's 3 strikes, you're out. So you lose 3 matches, you're done. You retire your hero. It costs 150 gold, which your count is right here.
Well, getting gold is easy, right?
Getting gold, it depends. You get gold by completing daily quests. This little arrow right here, here's what you have. So get any class to level 10, you actually get a deck of cards. Play 3 games in play mode, which is what we were in that had the casual or ranked, will get you 100 gold. And you get a new quest every day. So try to log in. If you do nothing else, log in every day and get the quest. However, you can only have 3 quests at a time. So if I log in 3 days but don't ever complete any of them, then it would be pointless the 4th day. So try to keep this cleared out as much as you can. But if you don't have time and you only want to play a couple times a week.
So it's like Heroes of the Storm, you know, you keep your quests, but you want to try to do them as much as possible. Yes,
you can only get 1 a day, and so you want to at least keep 1 open. That way when you log in, you get a new one.
So you can probably skip a day if you wanted to. Okay.
The cool thing about the arena is that when you complete, no matter what key, no matter how many matches you've won, even if you lose all 3, you get a deck of cards and 1 extra surprise. It can be dust, gold, a rare card, something of that. Now you want to do this as much as possible because you need those card packs.
Yeah. So you can forge other cards.
And not only forge other cards, honestly, crafting to me is unbalanced. I've always found crafting weird because you pay for a legendary card, it's 1,600 of that blue dust to craft.
That's the free to play aspect of it. If you want to get lots of dust, you have to pay for it, kind of thing, right?
Yes and no, because once you start playing in the arena, or playing through the quests that get you the card packs,
Yeah.
you'll get tons of extras. It just depends on what you pull as to how much dust you can get. Dust-wise, basic cards you can't craft at all. You can only get those cards by playing with the heroes.
Okay.
Common cards are worth 5 dust when you deconstruct them. Rare are 20.
You cannot mess with the common cards or the basic cards. I mean, because they're your they're your class cards, and you can't do anything.
You're stuck with them.
That's fine. Okay.
Epic cards are worth 100 deconstructed, and legendaries are worth 400. Now, reversing that, common cards are 20 to craft. Rare cards are, I want to say 40 or 60. I don't know. I rarely craft them.
Okay.
But I know. Oh no, they're 100. Okay. Yeah, rare are 100 dust to craft. Epics are 400, and legendaries are 1600. So it's very, very unbalanced. You have to destroy 4 legendaries just to create another one. It's a pain.
Gotcha.
There are a couple of exceptions. There are golden cards. Golden commons are worth 20. Essentially, you just move it up a notch. If it's golden shiny, you get extra.
I gotcha.
I did get my first golden legendary the other day, and I was super excited. I pulled it out of a pack, one, ironically, from the arena.
Let me guess, it was a paladin card, too. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I know you don't like paladins. That's why I said
Actually, I think it was. Which is probably why I got it, because I rarely play paladins, and I'll show you why.
So how do we match up? How do we go?
You have your friends over here.
Okay.
You can either do the hard way of, going through and finding them, which is just remember that number. I never do.
Okay. Or I could just click on the arrow for you.
Correct. And it has me on here twice, and I don't know why. Probably because I just logged in. Let me check real quick. Oh, if you ever want to view your collection and your cards and make decks, it's over here. So, I needed to view mine. I don't know why I clicked yours.
Gotcha.
I play on my phone. This is available. Also, you can play on a phone, a tablet, or PC. If you want to craft cards, I highly recommend you do it on the computer, just because it's so much easier. But see, you can challenge me to any of those.
All right, so I could Tavern Brawl technically.
No, because Tavern Brawl is not open.
Yeah, well, but I mean, like.
Yes, you could. If Tavern Brawl, you have to get at least one character up to level 20 to open, but it is highly worth it because the first time you beat somebody in a Tavern Brawl, you automatically get a deck of cards.
Okay.
So that's another way to get them. Hold on, let me check this.
If I were to Tavern Brawl with you just every time you log on.
Tavern Brawls are fun because they completely change the rules. You never know what you're getting. The past week, they had what was called Battle Royale 2, which was from the adventure modes. They pulled all the bosses, and some of them were not so fun, and they all had specific things. Like, you hated the little hero power. They completely switched it up depending on the hero. You had Lady Nazjar. Her hero was a passive one. Her power was a passive one, which means you don't spend anything. At the end of every turn, it created people to the next level. Like, any 2-cost cards became 3-cost cards, completely random. Let's see here. Syndragosa was replaced the shaman? Or, no, it replaced the... I don't know. It replaced one of them, and she was a pain, but I loved playing her.
So they're basically special matches.
Yeah. You never know what you're getting with the Tavern Brawl. Tavern Brawls generally launch either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how fast they get it up, because it's a completely new set. And it's not going to let me look, so I'm just going to go ahead and accept this and hope that my deck can beat you.
Alright, so that gives me a slight advantage. Totally going to play a deck that you will not expect at all.
Let me see.
I know for a fact that you will not expect this deck at all, and that even looking at the screen right now, you have no idea what I'm going to play.
See, I love stuff like this.
Yeah, like corralling the Murlocs. You know, it's just all silly stuff. I noticed that too when I first played the game. I was like, wow, that is like the silliest thing ever. Like when, and the Warcraft staple, because like and when loading Warcraft and stuff like that, it said stuff like that that's silly too. Oiling up in turn buttons.
I actually screenshotted one of them the other day because it was blaming the rogue.
You're Anduin?
Yes, I normally play a priest. And the reason I'm playing this is because there's a very specific trick that if you're new and you run into, it's nasty. Like the first time somebody did it to me, I was like, oh my god, what happened?
FYI, you're not allowed to look at my cards.
Okay.
No cheating. No cheating. Alright, no cheating at all.
Alright, and it looks like I go first.
Yes.
That sucks. Frankly, I feel adding the extra card and the coin is a bit overkill for the second player. But what are you gonna do?
I think it's a. I think adding the coin is just awesome.
It is, but it kind of makes it unfair because you never know if you're going to get it or not.
Yeah.
So, and I just played a card that you should recognize.
Oh yeah. That's the card that you wanted me to have. You'll never guess what I'm gonna play.
Actually, that was a very smart move. I'm very impressed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually a pro at this game, and I'm like the best in the world. Actually, I go to tournaments all the time and just stomp everyone. Like, yeah, totally, and I'm not lying when I say that. I'm totally not lying.
You're a terrible liar.
Yeah. All right. So first off, no, don't look at my screen, you cheater.
We're literally the same screen.
I know, I'm just messing.
Except for his cards.
I'm just messing. I have faith in you that you will not cheat.
Well, it depends on how you view cheating. Because if I can get the cards that I need. Now, this game is honestly 85% luck, 15% skill.
Nice. Well, then I promise you that I will have 100% luck if I'm going to beat you. By the way, guys, I'm playing that one next turn.
Okay. So, one thing I love about a priest, I love these kind of cards, and it's probably not the best move, but I'm going to go ahead and show. This one is one of my favorite cards in the game. This is called Thought Steal, and what it does, and what I just played.
Oh, I got you.
It allows me to steal his cards.
From my deck?
Yep.
You just
it doesn't take the cards, it takes a copy. It literally mimics cards that are in your deck and gives them to me.
You thief!
Now, there you go.
Thank you. That I appreciate that actually, because honestly I was actually intending on using that, but you know you ruined that plan, so you know. By the way, guys, I know it looks like I'm winning, but she's kicking my butt. Trust me.
Okay.
All right, so what's the spell cost thing?
Spell cost thing is, in fact, I'll show you right now, but I'm about to play one. This is a 1-cost spell that I'm about to play. However, since it reduces it, it's 0.
Oh, okay. Heal and draw a card. Nice.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and heal me.
Nice.
I like that hero power better. Honestly, I hate paladins. I've never really used him. He's probably one of the lowest in my deck, right next to a warlock.
Alright, you want to see something cool?
What you want?
I'm not playing as I normally would, just because I want to show you a specific trick that's really mean, but it's something to look out for.
You totally do you, man.
Okay. I like this card.
I'm not ready.
Alright, so this one reduces spell cost by 2, is that correct?
No. What the card that I just played, it has taunt. It costs 2 less mana.
Oh, okay, so it costs you 3.
Instead of 5, because you had so many minions playing.
Alright. So that's murdered. Alright, you want to know a secret? I was actually going to attack you with both those dudes anyway. Alright, I think I'm gonna play this guy.
Ooh.
To battle! A minion with taunt
You
is in the
cannot
way.
attack him. You have to go through my taunt minion first. Which is particularly why I like taunt.
You know what? That's mean. That hurts my feelings.
Nobody cares about your feelings.
To
I
battle.
know.
Not when it comes to gaming.
That's okay. My lifesteal worm is totally gonna stay up next turn. So, unless you have like a destroy card. I thought I ended my turn. All right.
Okay, let me see what this is. Ooh, hard. Oh, actually, I can play both. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
Okay. Oh, nice. I like that.
In
That's
fact,
cool.
I stole that from you. That was one of the thoughts.
Oh, you stole my healer. Okay.
Now, this is a very interesting card that I'm about to play. I did not see the value of it until a match about a couple of days ago. It's called Alarm Bot. Now, see the lightning bolt? What this does at the start of the turn, this swaps them with any minion. So
it
you
could
can
be
have,
like an 8 or something.
exactly. You don't know which one it's going to be, but it pulls.
I mean,
it.
what's the cost? A 3? But it's only useful like early game.
It can be later if you want to do multiple combinations with
Mhm.
it. And that's what I like about cards like that.
I got you.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get rid of you.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you.
It doesn't get rid of me. I'm just letting you know right now.
It got rid of 2 of your health, though.
all right. Let me think about this real quick.
A common beginner's mistake, and this is what I tried to have Glenn avoid, is they try to play a lot of the higher cards, and I found the faster you can fill up your deck, the more or fill up the board, the more likely you are to win. Just because it gets to a point where you can deal that much damage.
All right, so I'm gonna lifesteal you.
A minion with
can't.
taunt is in the way.
Oh,
It has taunt. I mean, you'll actually get more for hitting it.
yeah, but he dies.
Yeah, by a weird, creepy, worm-looking thing.
All right, so you're gonna get somebody really OP out.
One for all.
Alright, let's see what it gives me.
Oh!
Yes!
I have him.
However, you got lucky because it cancels his battle cry effect.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And the cards that he give are phenomenal.
Okay.
So, you did get lucky there. Alright, let me see what I got. 7. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play him.
Let the pain speak to me.
I'm going to go ahead and put that one there. And this one, which has both Taunt and Divine Shield.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, let's see what I want to do.
How long does Divine Shield last?
Until you hit it, until the damage is dealt to that particular minion.
So it's not for like one turn?
No, it's till, like, if you go 3 turns without hitting it, or it goes 3 turns, let me go.
So it lasts forever.
It can, but if you attack it next turn and you have to because it has taunt,
Yeah.
the first one, okay, see I attacked you, this is something that irritates me is lag. It's waiting, apparently. That sucks. If it doesn't allow my attack, I'm gonna be peeved. It disconnected me, actually, so that was very unfair.
May have to go to the options menu to what?
Oh, just leave it for a second. It's reconnecting me automatically. There we go.
Alright, so it's my go right now, though?
Yeah. And that sucks because it literally just cheated me out of a move.
The frost wolves stand ready.
But it happens.
Reporting for duty.
I don't have enough mana. I don't have enough mana.
Oh, I thought I had. Oh, yeah, whatever.
I'm going to go ahead and help you on this.
To
Actually, let me
battle.
see. You got it right. Smart move.
I can do math. Alright, so, I think, yeah, that's it. That's all I can do. Time to get out another
I
OP.
already know what it's going to play because I only have 2 minions. Like, it's the same minion.
Alright.
Ooh. That one's fun. But I'm going to save that. And I really love you, Glenn. Don't be mad at me.
I'm totally not mad at you.
Let's go ahead and get rid of him.
That's fine, my feelings aren't hurt. I already know what I'm gonna do next turn anyway. Ow.
Room for her,
Do
yes.
you need a blessing?
At the end of your turn, give another render friendly 2/1. Is that every turn?
Yep. Because it's a lightning bolt, that's a constant event.
That's cool.
As long as the requirements are met. Although I didn't see it give anything to me. Oh, I don't know.
Don't mess with Tusker.
It doesn't look like this is the right deck that I had planned. So I'm going to go ahead
But
and...
you're still doing good.
Well, that's because my decks are...
Oh, darn. I should have placed him, like, next to more people. Oops.
Probably, but...
Like, in between them.
Yeah.
Oops. That's okay.
To battle.
There are a few times that placement does matter.
It really doesn't matter what order I attack them in.
You know. It depends on who you're playing with. If you're just trying to get rid of the top minion, you try to do it with taking the least damage possible.
Yeah, but they'll both die in one hit, so it's just... Time.
Let's see which one. I'm going to get rid of him and get a card. Yes, okay, now I'm starting to get the cards. I might actually have the cards in this deck. So what do I want to go with? Get rid of you. I'll go ahead and kill you.
It's just 1 health, right?
Correct. It just gives 1 health. Now, let's see here. I don't have all the cards I need for that, but there's one card in particular that I want to show you.
Ready for action. Done.
So here's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to throw the match so I can show you this trick or not.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna... What, you're gonna destroy all monsters on the field?
Well, throwing the match I can just in turn and not actually take anything or do anything.
You do whatever you want. Kick my butt if you want.
Okay. So here's... I'm going to show you this card and explain this trick to you. Okay. So... this is something you will see quite often with a priest deck. It's why it's one of the best. That particular card is called Light Spawn. Priest deck is notorious for having cards that double a minion's health.
Oh.
And so it's very easy to add 2 of those.
And have them with 10/10s?
Yeah, well, 2 of them would double it from 10, and then it would be 20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to do something here.
Have both of them die?
Yep. I'll be nice though, and I'll give you a mini back. There you go.
Oh, well, that's great.
I gave you a minion.
Yeah, totally. Alright,
I would go ahead and play the other one.
this one?
Yes. Just saying, I'm trying to be nice. But the first time I ever ran into the Light Spawn, because it was never a card I looked at, someone took it, and there are a couple of cards. One of them is give a minion plus 2 health. There's, give a minion 3/3, or anything like that. Anything that adds health to that card.
This is game.
Good. Oh, I have 10, but okay, I need to destroy something.
Oh. Well, technically, you could just end the game by just attacking me with 2 5s.
Well, actually, I'm going to show you this.
Okay.
There's also another card in here that...
Oh, that's a 12 health taunt. That's crazy.
Now watch this. This is called Inner Fire. This one's not necessary with Light Spawn, but if your Light Spawn gets destroyed, because 9 times out of 10, if somebody sees that, they're going to get rid of it. I promise you. Because they know that trick. That is a very well-known trick.
Uh-huh.
But that literally does the same thing. Is if you double something's health like that particular dragon and then play that, it's nasty.
Uh-huh.
That's why a priest is so hard to beat.
1 health. I bet you'll never guess what I will play this turn. Alright.
So, mind you, Lynn is a really nice one. I'm not so nice. I have a nasty
I dealt
vengeance streak.
3 damage. Yeah. Yeah.
Job's done.
3 whole damage. When's that supposed to be? After the end of the turn? Death rattle? Or when
Death
it dies?
rattle is when that card dies.
Which will be like in just a second, unless you just decide to go ahead and kill me.
So, like I said, oh, here it is.
Okay.
This is called Divine Spirit, double minions health. This is why it's so nasty. If you play a couple of, it's Divine Spirit and there's one
Why
other.
didn't you just cast down the dragon with 12/12? It'd be like 24/24.
Because it doesn't. Because
Oh.
because this card has the effect. In fact, I'm going to show y'all on here just so you know that. Always, this minion's attack is always equal to the health. This one supersedes the card I played earlier.
Okay. So basically, if you were to cast on him, he'd just have 24s.
It'd be 12/24.
Okay. So what if you were to have the 24 and then cast the damage thing?
Then I would have 24/24.
Okay.
So that's why it gets so nasty and you have to play your cards in the right order.
Why'd you heal that minion?
Just because you did damage to me and I want to end with no damage done.
Oh.
Just to make it hurt.
Oh, you are a terrible, terrible person.
I didn't just kill you, I slaughtered you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I do have a vindictive streak. Maybe
But-
it's because I'm a female.
I don't know if you knew this, but I leveled up. Did you?
Actually with this one, no, because I'm close to level 17 on here.
Mwahaha.
And so I have to have more.
Mwahaha. Ha ha ha. I leveled up.
You're level what, 9? I'm level
Yeah,
17.
yeah,
So
yeah. But anyway, that was extremely fun. Me and Becca will be back in future episodes and probably play against each other or other things. We'll find out in the next episode. So y'all can tune in and wait for that. And to know that if that episode comes up, you can subscribe to the Nerd Still channel where I post videos every day. And, if you've been here this long, go ahead and hit the like button on the like tab and give us comments. Tell us what you think about the match and how brutally slaughtered, like just mercilessly slaughtered my loving sister slaughtered me. Just comment on that and on what cards y'all would have played instead of what I actually played.
there will come a day.
yeah.
In fact, I may even the field and finally break down and play a paladin.
So, tune in next time, and we'll see you later. Y'all have a great evening.
Bye, guys.